That's right, Monk Monk. So then he looked left. And he looked right, and he went way downfield, and that man that day scored 4 touchdowns. He was the greatest football player in all the world. That man's name was Al Bundy. And he went, and he threw, whoa. It's all right, Monk Monk, everything's okay. Oh, yeah, no, don't worry, it's cool, have your Mountain Dew. We don't usually let him have much caffeine after what happened that one time. But me and the Monker have been out in the yard and we've been burning up a sweat. There's 2 times where you can get the whole family involved in a touch football game. One is Thanksgiving, typically called the Turkey Bowl, and the other is on Super Bowl Sunday, because the game, yeah, woo, ow, yeah, baby. That's my old teammate, Rockin' Randall, repping the U of the Indianapolis Colts. Don't go looking for our numbers on the roster, because we played before they had numbers on the shirts, yeah. It's all fine. But now that we've built up an appetite and we've told tales of yore, we're ready to get down and show you the best stuff to have at your Super Bowl party. And Monk Monk, he's still catching his breath because he was out there, he was all up in people's grill like, hey, hey, and he was tackling, and he was catching the ball, and he was recovering fumbles. Oh, Monk Monk, who knew? I can't wait till you get to the MFL. The Monkey Football League. But anyways, we have all kinds of neat treats. And you know how it is. You show up and it's not quite dinner time. There's lots of good appetizers out. I think the best appetizers I've ever had were unexpected. Because you can put out a bowl of nachos, no problem. Everybody loves nachos, great. But if you go to a party and there's something new and exciting you never had, you're getting a W in the win column, as opposed to an L in the win column, which would be an L in the loss. I didn't go to school for math. I went to school for 4 years and didn't get a degree. Anyways, there's popular brands that have great snacks, and one of those is known far and wide. It is Doritos, and Doritos has a loaded chip. For a while, the Cool Ranch wasn't a thing. You could only get the nacho cheesier, and you could find those at your local 7-Eleven. Oh, again, we have experience with that brand. The Cool Ranch has always been my favorite. There's one out now called the Spicy Chili, which I'm very fond of, but it gives Monk Monk indigestional. Oh, that's so spicy meatball. Oh, you're getting ahead of yourself, Monk Monk. We may have some spicy meatballs coming up. So these are the most versatile of snacks because you can cook them. Well, no, they're not. They're kind of a pain in the neck, and I'll tell you why. You can cook them in the conventional oven for like 10 minutes on 450 degrees, or you can put them in a toaster oven for 10 minutes on 450 degrees. I guess they're just pretty much living in that 10-minute 450 degrees zone. But we tried to cook them in the toaster. Went horribly wrong. They like melted into the stuff in the bottom and it just globulated. It was like Ghostbusters 2 with that pink slime that reacted to your swearing. And I was swearing, and that's why I got gloves on today, because I got a lot of aloe vera on my hands. But we have these handy dandy football balls. Hike! Oh, good catch, Monk Monk. And let us try I With You for the first time. And these will be our handy dandy forks. Let's try a Doritos Cool Ranch loaded Dorito together. As you can see, it's very triangular, kind of like a regular Dorito. They're all triangular. Has a bit of that fried macaroni and cheese vibe. And I'll credit them with this. The outside isn't overdone with the Cool Ranch. You can very easily do that with this sort of thing, and you're just eating like the bottom crumbs of a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. These came out nice. They're perfectly proportioned. They got a nice crisp to them, and too much of that cheese doesn't run into your mouth. We made these right before. These haven't been sitting around for 4 hours. I'd say these loaded Dorito Cool Ranch loaded microwave, whatever they are a touchdown. Oh, baby, party. So while we're on the hot stuff, let's move right along to something Monk just mentioned. We'll put these over here for later. And I do mean later. Don't eat them all when I'm not looking. Stay put. These are some, because I know people are on budgets, these are some Sam's Choice. You can pick them up at your local favorite giant Monopoly big box store. Spicy cheese and bacon stuffed chicken meatballs. Wait a minute, let me say that again. Spicy cheese and bacon stuffed chicken meatballs. I feel like something in there was redundant, but I'm, again, not an English major. I'm a major English fan of the ladies. Cheerio. Anyways, made with real bacon. These are a versatile snack because you can put them in your microwave oven for, you take one frozen meatball, you heat on high for 1 minute or until hot. And for each additional meatball, you would cook for 30 extra seconds. Here's your alternative. Preheat oven to 350 degrees. Place frozen meatballs in a single layer on a baking tray. Heat for 30 to 35 minutes. That's like a Judge Mathis episode and a part of the second episode of Judge Mathis. I don't got 35 minutes, so you gotta let it stand for 2 minutes? It's like waiting for the bus. I don't stand for 2 minutes for anything. So what I will stand for is some microwave ovened spicy cheese and bacon stuffed chicken meatballs. Okay. Well, they smell delish. You can see it is chicken. I don't know if it's all white meat, but they are very chickeny. So if you need a little break from the beef, don't worry, we got something beefy coming up. You'll be satisfied. It's when you substitute chicken for anything, or turkey, it's a little chewier, but that's okay. These are good. You might have one, you might have two. You go, okay, that's enough. These are middle of the road, but still not bad. Sit, hike. Now I know what you're saying. Man can't live on cheesy and beefy alone, and neither can monkey. So what I found is an old fave with a new twist. That's your magic trick for the day. Touchdown Crunch with Game Time shapes. So these are Captain Crunch cereal, sweetened corn and oats, and I don't know if it's going to taste any different, but it's got green and blue footballs, which they're calling Game Time shapes. And I know what you're saying. Murph, I'm not going to somebody's Super Bowl party to eat a bowl of cereal. Well, yeah, no kidding, friend. Let me get off my handy receiving gloves. What we're going to do is, we're going to get in here, and as you can see, there's a good proportion of Crunch Berries in there. We've had other cereals in the past where it wasn't this nice of a blend. It is literally 1-for-1 crunchy, fruity football to corn oat flavor. And we're gonna, oh yeah baby, that's the stuff. And we're gonna set up your own dipping station. If any of you have ever been to the Golden Corral, you know what it's like to dip a marshmallow or a piece of fruit or a chicken drumstick into that chocolate fountain. That's some good eating. But here, you're saying, well, I don't want to deal with milk, I don't want to eat cereal, what am I going to do? I'll tell you, if you're patiently waiting, you're going to get a little jar of peanut butter, you're going to get a big old spoon, and you're going to do some Captain Crunch popsicles, son. Oh. Oh. It's got touchdown in the name. So you know it's a touchdown! Woo! And you don't even need 2 spoons. You just go, hey friend, I'm all done, how about you? Mmm, monkey goodness. And you got the box. This is a huge box of cereal. This ain't no baby box. It's good to go. But I know what happens. You get peanut butter in your mouth and you need something to rinse it out. And again, we're not going with a gallon of milk because we don't want that sitting out all night next to some crock pot of fondue going bad on us. We are going to try our Mountain Dew Ice. But for fans of a more sugar-free fare, we have some Jones Zilch 0-calorie soda, black cherry soda. And if you'll remember just a couple weeks ago, we got into the root beer, baby. We were drinking it down. We had every brand of diet root beer in town. Even some stuff that didn't pass for root, like that Virgil's. I think I'd rather eat dirt. Anyways, let's rinse it down. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's a touchdown! Whoa! Yeah, Randy likes the diet soda, baby. That tastes exactly like a black cherry soda should. And this is the first Jones Zilch I've ever had. I didn't know it existed. I've seen a couple of diets, but man, Jones, keep up with the Zilch if it's going to be like that. We've had some odd ones. Let's see what it says. The strength in your character will bring you serenity. Well, I didn't ask you for a tip from the top of the mountain there, Pocahontas. I was asking for a great diet soda and I got one of those. Next time we need a drink, we're breaking into it. Whether Mug likes it or not. So, we're going to have a dish and I'm going to show you how to prepare it. Then we're going to have some dessert fare. And we're going to let you be on your way. Because you're watching this quick, because you got to go to the store. You got to buy your stuff. Who doesn't love little hot dogs? I don't know, like communists? No, I don't know. But there's a recipe, and people think these little weenies are so hard to put together. Do you have a crock pot? If not, go to the library and borrow one. That's where you go to borrow these things. Open your crock pot. You're going to go out and get your favorite brand of little hot dogs. These are mine and Monk Monk. They're called Hillshire Farm Little Smokies. Smoked sausage made with pork, turkey, and beef. If they had fish in it, that'd be every meat on earth. So you go and you get these, and I know what you're saying, Murph, oh, are they pre-cooked? What do I do with these little smokies? Well, I'll show you, friend. Oh, yeah, baby. So, you have succeeded in cutting open your little smokies. You don't have to marinate them. You don't have to put them on the grill. You just gotta... Oh, look at that juice. Look at that good juice. Oh. Oh. Don't get any of this on your fur, Mom. Yeah, baby. So you dump those puppies in there. And you're going to want some barbecue sauce. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough for delicious taste and good fun. We're about that twist, son. Fricka fricka. MC Monk told me, you better come correct with something new and unusual. And I'm doing just that. Welch's Concord Grape Jelly. And you're going to want one of these little jars because you just need about a cup in there. And I know what you're thinking. You are out of your mind. You're absolutely out of your mind. And I may be, because I'm going to have to go back to the crunch thing. Hold on. Randall, give me a clean spoon, because I don't want any peanut butter in this. So go ahead, and while Randall's getting me a clean spoon, I'm going to show you these mozzarella and marinara chips. They're from Ruffles, and they basically are supposed to taste like a mozzarella stick with marinara sauce. And let's get into these while we wait for Randall. Oh, Randall, are you back? Okay, throw me the spoon. There we go. We got a clean spoon. Peanut butter and jelly's a little too far out there. We're going to stop with the jelly and the barbecue. But real quick, before we get on to that, let's see if these really taste like mozzarella sticks with marinara. If so, TGI Friday, you're dead to me. Wow. That's a touchdown! Oh, yeah, baby! Alright. It really does taste like a marinara and cheese stick. Again, the spices aren't overwhelming, so Ruffles and Doritos, you're really doing your job because you put out some bad ones in the past. A couple weeks we're going to look at a bunch of variety of Lay's stacks that are going to blow your mind. Now, before I was so rudely interrupted, and before Monk, you can hear his little monkey belly grumbling, oh, I'm not just hungry, I'm hungry. And Monk's been building up an appetite, so, as you can see, yeah, boy, get that jelly in there. About that jelly, oh yeah, that must be jelly because jam don't shake like that. Oh yeah. Oh, what a rush. And as you can see, that's the real McGillicuddy. It's in there. Now, you're going to want almost equal parts barbecue sauce. So, with that said, now, I don't want anybody with a sensitive belly getting sick tonight, so I'm going to put in almost a cup of barbecue sauce. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the stuff. Yeah. This will make you wish the XFL was back. Oh wait, it is. Randall played in the XFL. He was on the Pittsburgh Puppets. Yeah! That was their war cry. Randall would lead them out onto the field every week, and it'd be like, y'all ready for this? And then he'd run out on the field, and they'd get crazy with the cheese whiz to quote old Beck Hansen. You may know him as Beck. I don't know why I said Hansen. I guess I'm just a hipster. Anyway, so you got all that in there, and you're gonna put that top on, and you're gonna turn it to high. And if anybody at your party is that, kick them out because they're just going to eat all the snacks. And you're going to go, I should set this aside for just a little bit. And you would converse with your party guests. Oh, Monk, that's such a lovely fleece. And you're looking so dapper in your little blue pants. Has it been? Oh, it's been about 2 hours because that's how long those things got to cook. And with that said, you now have your fresh and delicious little Smokies. Oh, look how that all reduced. Look how that melted down. Never mind that pot's red. Oh, look at how it looks so, oh, whoa, well, we're going to have to clean that up. But not before we get into a little snaction. That's going to be the name of Monk's food blog, Snaction. One monkey, one blog, one full belly. They're so delicious. And that 2 hours goes by like that. Next thing you know, you're good to go. It's a slappy mess. Get one of these green plastic tablecloths. It'll do you just fine. It's a touchdown! Oh, whoa, baby! This party is off to a great start. But it's got to end great, too. And I know what you're saying. We haven't seen many sweets. We lack the sweets. It's getting to be that time of year where Oreos got out their new fare. And as a limited edition, we have chocolate hazelnut Oreos. You know the routine. If they're good, I'm going quad. If they're bad, I'm passing them off to Monk. He's putting them under the bed, and him and Randall are having snacks for those late night Cartoon Network marathons. Vanilla Oreo, appropriate with the chocolate hazelnut. touchdown! Ho, ho, ho! I think they can't say it because they didn't make a partnership, but it's supposed to taste like Nutella. It does. They had a bunch of discount Nutella in France recently. People were beating each other over the head with it. Monk went in. I'm like, Monkey, baby, are you going low or are you going high? And he went, low. And then he got on his belly. And then this one lady stepped down and he came back. He's like, not so good. And I'm like, all right, Monk. 1, 2, 3. And he got in there and he got us our discount Nutella. Don't ask how we got to France. But Nutella isn't on everybody's list. There are other sweets. And there are other ways. And something I always enjoyed during the Super Bowl when I was a young man involved Twinkies. And, okay, Twinkies on their own are a fine treat, but God shaped them a certain way for a certain reason. And what I'd like you to try with me, if you're feeling brave, is a hot dog Twinkie! You take your favorite beef hot, you put it in the Twinkie, you make it like a Pennsylvania roll. As you can see, all the cream's in there. That's not a stunt Twinkie. You go and you... Monk doesn't want any part of that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The only thing that would make that a little bit better is some grape jelly and barbecue. You don't even have to ask. Someone put it on the board! It's a touchdown! It's a touchdown! Now, what a lot of you may have came here for, I know, here. That's what you get, because you've had too many snacks today. We have the Mountain Dew Ice with a splash of real juice. It's a lemon lime Mountain Dew, so think Sprite. Also available in 2 liters. I haven't seen any 12 packs, but I gotta imagine they're out there. Is Mountain Dew Ice Lemon Lime a hit for your Super Bowl party? Let's find out. Refreshing, delicious, fizzy. Hit that man a ball. It's a touchdown. 7 points. Mountain Dew Ice Lemon Lime. Whoa! Well, this party was thrown by a certain mister who doesn't miss when it comes to the snacks. Monk has put this menu together. If you want to see how it happened, get on Twitter. Get on Instagram. We have to go burn off some calories. But don't forget, last week we had our gluten-free scenario. There's some gluten-free stuff in here somewhere. Maybe that hot dog, I don't know. But we need to go find our ball. Looks like Randall's got it. Subscribe, like, tell your friends. Hit the playlist. Randy, baby, on the count of 3, snap me that ball. 1, 2, 3, hi! We'll see you next time we do this. We're going touchdown!